Hello everyone, welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. We're on the other side of the world tonight, land down under in Albert Park, Melbourne, then for round three of the World Championship here in ALR Gold. And it's been a bit of an emotional day, really, hasn't it? Of course, with F1's last race, and which means we've now got to wait 105 days now for the next one. So already I'm already counting down to that, I can tell you that. Also, yeah, but very emotional to see Sebastian Vettel last race at F1. Good gracious me, that's quite astonishing, isn't it, to say the least? That's going to be it's going to be a very odd feeling not seeing Vettel on the grid. Albeit he wasn't on the grid for Bahrain or Saudi Arabia this earlier this season either, as he unfortunately contracted COVID. But even so, it's going to be a very weird feeling, I think, for next season. Same with not going to see Danny Ricciardo or Mick Schumacher as well on the grid, or Latifi either, which is a shame, isn't it? When drivers good, but I think Latifi will be driving somewhere in IndyCar by the sounds of it. Mick Schumacher sounding like he's going to Mercedes as a reserve and third driver, and I think Ricciardo's a development driver as well for the Red Bull team, which should be interesting to see whether he goes to makes the if he's the second driver for Red Bull in 2020 four. So that's going to be interesting, isn't it, to say the least. But and also, sadly, the Green Power Ranger died as well today, which I was absolutely devastated by. If anyone's old enough to know what the Power Ranger died, and good stuff indeed. And so, yeah, Tommy, unfortunately, that's such a shame to see that. Anyway, yeah, so here we are in Australia. Then, I gotta say, the people have been dropping out left, right, and centre all of a sudden. I think that they've got the allergic reaction to Australia, haven't they? Well, that's last season. Well, lap record currently is set by set by Pease, but I think that's going to be broken tonight. And as we have got a new configuration of the circuit, haven't we, here in Australia? Going to be a very interesting indeed. And last season's race winner Danger Times is not going to be driving here tonight, unfortunately. So that's the second race he's missed. But so we'll see how that one goes. And Percy won this race back in season 6, so he'll be hoping for something similar from that as well. So I think we've only got one driver that's actually racing tonight that has actually only ever won the Australian Grand Prix, which is actually Percy. No one else. Our former race winners include Hunter, Farf. We also have Emerson as well, won season 3. Cookie won season 4. Knowlesy won in season 5. Percy season 6, and Danger Times last season. But yeah, we've only got one driver who's won this race on the grid, and that driver is also leading the World Championship as well. As Lucas Percy leads by Troy 3 points in second position. There, Pease in for a difficult race last week for Pease, and Chazza a very solid start to the season. Chazza does normally start off slow, doesn't he, and then really builds up towards the end of the season. So that's looking good for him. In fifth position, we've got Liam Yao also on 16 as well. Danger Times only raced once so far. He is then sixth position with Marky 7th, Mr. Rage 8th, Pillars at 9th, and Gamer completes the top 10, joint with Yar as well, who's also on at 6 points. And Alhan and Milan have both scored 2 and 1 point, and Mumford also scored a point as well. Constructor standings look like this, and AlphaTauri leads 16 points in front of the Aston Martin team in second. Williams are in third position, with the Haas team currently in fourth. Fifth position is the Mercedes team, 1 point in front of the Red Bull in sixth. McLaren are seventh, with Ferrari 1 point beyond McLaren, and Alfa Romeo 1 point beyond Ferrari. Alpine have not got off the gates yet, as they have not scored. And I think they're the only constructor, no, actually they're not, because Williams hasn't scored in the Silver Championship, and McLaren or Aston Martin haven't scored in Bronze yet either, and Ferrari haven't scored in the 100% race either. And in the joint constructors, it looks like this. The joint constructors is AlphaTauri leads 62 points. They've had a cracking start, haven't they? Have had a cracking start in the joint constructors so far. 62 points in front of the Haas team in second. Red Bull are third. Mercedes are fourth. Aston Martin are fifth, with McLaren in sixth position. Alpine seventh. Williams eighth. Ferrari and Alfa Romeo brings up the rear in a 10th position. Unfortunately, only 16 drivers are in the field tonight. Then almost as bad as what it was. Was it season 6 when not many drivers wanted to race in Australia? I think it was, wasn't it? I don't know what people. I love Australia personally. I think it's one of the better tracks myself. But yeah, indeed, Sir Smasham is diabolical. Sam Green is looking forward to this. And yes, indeed, we're looking forward to having you along as well. Sam Green. I think this is your debut tonight. No, it is not, is it? Goodness gracious me. Let me get up my old let me get up my old box, shall we? Yeah, Sam Green, of course, racing the Aston Martin last week, did a good job actually, and didn't finish the race as well. So hats off to Sam Green making his second appearance tonight. Looking forward to see what he does. Marky hoping for a better time as well. Wouter, who won at the first race of the season, and hoping for something, hoping to get back to that winner's circle as well. Wouter is, and so yeah, good luck to him when he was in the Alpha Tari. Who else have we got in here tonight? And we got. I think let's just take a look down. We got Boxtel as well, who was quickest last week, wasn't he? Goodness gracious me, and qualified. Could he even should have won that race potentially, but my goodness me. So he'll be hoping for a Grand Prix win. I think he's already got a Grand Prix win, hasn't he? In this division, and then we got Lost Souls and Vesley also racing as well. So really, by the looks of things, if you can get to the end of the race, you might be able to get some points here tonight. So only 16 runners and riders, which is unfortunate. And I've just watching Liam Meows out on circuit as well. Liam Meows had a good start to his return to ALR, hasn't he? And this season's done a really good job indeed. I think Liam Meows in the top 5 when we were talking about it earlier on. Just on board of him going through turn 5. Let me sort my cables out, shall we? As I'm getting all tangled up and everything. We've also got Mr. Elite out there as well. Mr. Elite, did he race last week, Mr. Elite? No, he didn't, unfortunately, because Mr. Elite is the most experienced driver on the grid as well. I think this is 95th Grand Prix start tonight. Good heavens, indeed. That Mumford also out on circuit side. He's got himself off the mark in an impressive 10th position last time out in Saudi Arabia. So hoping for more of the same again then. So as we are coming to, I think it's early evening here in Australia. So as you can see, as the sun is quite low in the sky here in qualifying. Sam Green out on circuit as well. So this just take a look there with Liam Yed who's just coming in to turn 13. Now, I think this is the slowest corner on the circuit. Well, it used to be. They've opened up a lot of turns, haven't they? There is a just coming over the line as well. There's 3 DR zones right there. We could have had 4, couldn't we? Of course, they have got rid of them turn 9 and 10 chicane, and now it is more fast and flow now. So Liam, yeah, let's go on board with Liam, yeah, shall we? He's going to take us around the Australian circuit, going out of the Jones chicane, which I don't think it's called the Alan Jones chicane anymore, is it? I don't know. But then coming up to turn 3, the Brundle turn. This has been opened up ever so slightly. You can see it's much more wider on the apex end into the car park of 4 and 5. Turn 3, of course, the Martin Brundle turn. Mainly because we went on the back of Herbert and Coulthard. In turn 5 as well, very slippery if you get that wrong there. Turn 6 has also been winding up as well. Of course, it's now 5th gear, very quick around here then. And now then coming up to where the major changes has really taken place. No chicane here anymore. Look at this, it's a long grass then into turn 9 and 10 then, which used to be 11 and 12, but it's now 9 and 10. And of course, this is still probably the most difficult corner on the circuit there as well. Purple in the second split time there for Liam, yeah. And not letting it go too wide. Then beautiful corner in there from Liam, yeah. Now we've got 4 more turns to go then. So into 11, and I feel they've ruined this corner here of turn 11. But let's see how it goes in terms of overtake, shall we? Into 12 as well. And now into 13, as we mentioned then. 13 as a Tango's joined. And goodness gracious me, it's great to see Tango in gold. Out of 13 and then into 14 as well. And over a couple of the grid hatched as well. Then that's a good lap there from Liam. Yeah, that's a very good base. That is good stuff indeed. I've done an 18.5 minutes already, 3 seconds quicker than the all-time lap record, which is set by Pease. But however, of course, that Pease, of course, was on the old configuration of circuit. Mr. Elite out the final turn, and Mr. Elite goes second fastest, then about a second and 3/10 ish away from Liam. Yeah, Mr. Elite is in the Alpine, I should say. Goodness gracious me! Here comes Wouter. He's invalidated his time, unfortunately. Wouter has, but Mumford hasn't. Good time here from Mumford, but that's a default helmet I spot there. That's shameful behaviour from you, Mumford. But what isn't shameful is he's got his account open there for a great point effort last time out. He goes second fastest, 4/10 a second in front of Mr. Elite in the Ferrari. Lovely. That's good timing indeed there. Wouter there, who's just getting on the way at the moment. He's cruising at the moment, Wouter is. So we're just going to stick with Boxed Out. Pole position last time out, and hoping for more of the same again. And Box out, of course, he's a reserve driver, but even so, everything he does is not for nothing. And all of that goes into his stats, piggy banking. And of course, I remember that the points he scores this season, if he does get promoted to a full-time driver, not just Boxtel, but anyone, they will, of course, those points will be, of course, tallied up, of course. But at the moment, Boxtel does not have any points, if I remember rightly. Let me get up the old monogoggle. I think we had a default last day. He had a DNF last time out. So at the moment, Boxtel doesn't have any points on the board, but he is driving the Haas. Haas have done really well this season, haven't they? Well, Mr. Race did really well last week as well, for great 6th position there. Boxtel's gone fast as a 17-8 then. Haas, night and day from this time last season. Now, they didn't have any points, I think, until like round 8, round 9 this season, and they're already they're very much right at the peak of the action then, which is what we like to see. As just watching the Ferrari of Mumford. German there on an outlap. We've got Jar, who's just trying to warm up those tyres of his here in Albert Park. Yeah, of course, with the track configuration, then the question that I've got on my mind then is about is this going to change the strategy? It usually was a one-stopper around here, wasn't it? Is it still going to be a one-stopper, or are we going to feather into more of the 2-stoppers? Then are we going to see any different strategies as well? Of course, the drivers, as this season starts so much later this season compared to normal ALR seasons, of course we're a couple of months behind schedule normally. Drivers are probably going to be more keen to know what the strategies are there, which does make it better races. But I do like it when drivers was less was unsure there. Michael Preston, I'm sure is that Frisky Biscuit potentially, but I love seeing Liam still in gold. Then indeed, that of course Liam, yeah, I think he's on it. I think he's in his starts in the ALR Gold. I think he's up to 40 odd now. I think he's 44, something like that. I just need to lean over. Shout out to Liam for doing this in VI. And if I have practice or a way to reserve, I would have helped fill out the grid. Thank you very much, Serious Russian. That would have been Serious Russian's first time to drive in gold, if I'm not very much mistaken. Yar has just gone fastest in the first split time. I think that this was Yar's first race in the ALR, wasn't it, in Australia back in season 6, was it? Or is either his first or last race, and I can't remember which way around it is. And, oh goodness me, but he's spun the car, but he's kept it out of the hard area. So he's okay, but that is not going to help him at all. And that might be a set of tyres that is ruined, unfortunately, for Yar, and he is going to be a bit disappointed about that. But luckily, he's kept out of the wall, and he has still got all his pieces pointing in the right direction then. Michael Preston, left a lasting memory, have I? You must have done that. You must have done it. If you are a Frisky Biscuit, you must have done, because my memory is absolutely appalling, to be honest. Goodness gracious me. Just watched German here, the season 6 world champion. Of course, I think he did okay in Bahrain, didn't he? But I think he would have been like to have got off the mark with some points though for the season 6 champ. But let's see what we can do here then, as he comes across the grid hatches as well then, and German goes into second fastest then. No one is broken in the 17 into the 17 bar yet, apart from Boxtel. So at the moment, Boxtel's got quite a comfortable margin of 4/10 of a second at this moment in time then. I've reserved in gold before. I'm sure Serious Russian said. Let me have a look, then I'll get the old I'll get out my old spreadsheet and have a look. But I can't remember. Yeah, it didn't feel right when I was saying it. Here comes Lost Souls. Lost Souls, a couple of drivers, and I do feel then that have been a bit disappointed. With the start of their season, perhaps. And of course, Clarkey has got no points at all at the moment, has he? Unfortunately, he wasn't able to join, and German hasn't got any points either just yet. Nor has Mr. Elite or Lost Souls are on board with now, nor has Besley, and those are very big names and haven't got points yet in this race. But luckily, as I keep saying, this is the longest season ever in ALR with 24 Grand Prix. So looking forward to that one. And of course, the 2 additional Grand Prix that we have on the schedule for this season, as there is something going a bit awry there, and that Alpine needs to stop tailgating the Ferrari, because otherwise he might get a penalty for holding him up there. Of course, we seen a 5-second penalty, I think, for someone in Saudi Arabia, didn't we? Across the line, but Lost Souls is the second driver to go into the 17-9 set. Lost Souls said hopefully this is the weekend where he can get some points on the board for himself and the Red Bull team. But that's a great opening tally then to his account. And on board, the Lewis Hamilton inspired helmet from Tango. Tango is jumping in from Milan, who Milan is not here tonight, unfortunately. We've got Chaza, his usual teammate, also on an up level. Let's go on board then with Tango. Lovely inspired crash out there for Tango. Of course, I believe or not, Mercedes. I'm not going to say it there, because we know that some people may not have watched the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So we'll talk about that interesting stat later on. Out of the final turn then for Tango. 14 turns traveling 16 around this course. Now Tango goes 5th fastest. He was a regular in gold, and he does drive in silver more often than not now. But I think that he is going to be very quick in this session. I have no doubt about that, and possibly will help the Mercedes team get some good points on the board. Here's Chazza, also a lovely gold and black helmet here as well. Goodness gracious me! I wonder if he watches it. I wonder if he listens to Sam Sparrow. He might be too young for that. Then Chazza out of the final turn. Let's see what he can do on the board. Then he goes. That's a very good time for Chazza. Remember, I think he's got 3 pole positions to his name, Chazza, but he's never won a Grand Prix in ALR Gold before. But that is something which I feel he can and should put right at some time this season. I have no doubt about that. Here comes Alhan then. He is a Grand Prix winner in gold then, on board with him right now. Liam, yes, he is still about, indeed he is, Liam, he said. We've also got, Frisky Biscuit, you got me right, may have to come back at some point, even if it's just a reserve, but it'd be great to have you back, Frisky Biscuit. Serious rush there, Frisky Biscuit sounds like a racehorse, laugh out loud then. And I've got a lot of notifications from Discord all of a sudden there about Vettel getting driver today, but I must say that's not a spoiler, is it really? Because let's be honest, I think everyone voted for Vettel today, whatever happened. Alhan goes 7th fastest and less than a tenth of a second, about half a tenth, I should say, behind Liam Yenman. Uta just having another bite of the cherry as well. Lucas Percy is also coming into the pits. Of course, he's the only man on the grid that is won around here. In this fit crop of drivers, so he may have an advantage potentially. But these are completely new cars, isn't it, this season? Of course, the F1 2022 configuration car is slightly different. They use ground effect now. I've been banging on about it for goodness me since we started ALR back up. But goodness gracious me, I love it. And I think that it has been very. I think that it has been very successful, hasn't it? There has been more overtakes. I'm sure that I heard Crofty say in the box earlier on then, so I think so that's definitely. Oh no, Mr. Elite has spun off there, and oh goodness gracious me, and he has damaged his car, and that is not good at all. Serious Russia, I don't think you have, according to me scrapbook here, you've never raced in gold, my good man. But I think you, but of course, Serious Russia was always a part of silver, wasn't he? It feels weird. It feels very weird commentating on silver the other night. Without Serious Mushroom at the helm there, but of course he's applying his trade now in bronze. Now in bronze. And we've got 18 drawers now, thank goodness for that. Thank you very much, Serious Mushroom. They'd have me put down by now if he was a horse, so brisk is. I doubt you would then. As we've got Ruta going to the 9th fastest. Well, I expected Ruta to be a bit quicker than that then, but some drivers do struggle around here, don't they? Liam, who's just about to start his lap now. We've enjoyed his onboard presence so far. As the drivers are coming in thick and better late than ever. Clarkey has also entered the fray as well in his McLaren, as I think he must have twisted Favre's arm then. As Favre was very like, I don't want anyone to join during the session because it can cause issues. Troy was answered time to check. This is the qualifying one, of course. Then Gamer has not got qualifying ban, but I think he's doing some kind of. I'm not sure what Gamer's up to. Oh, he's now coming out of the pits now with 5 minutes to go, so good stuff indeed then. We've also got Serious Rush saying, thought I had my bad, I drove in many races. Don't worry about that, Serious Rush, I might be wrong then. But if I am wrong on the old stat book, then shocking behaviour indeed then. But Troy comes across the line. That's not shocking at all. That's very good. 6 thousandths of a second quicker than Boxtown Troy is. And my goodness me, this is why they call him the GOAT. Goodness gracious me. Not because he's a farm animal, but because he's fantastic at what he does. Really good stuff indeed there for Troy. Boxstyle's happy with his performance, and so he's retired from the session, but he should see him safely through on that time now. So we're going to be losing 3 drivers in this qualifying session with only 18 drivers in this one then. So of course it's 16th, 17th and 18th we are lined up in this qualifying 1 session as the sun begins to sink in the sky. Lovely stuff indeed. Ayrton there, Danka, Seb, yep, absolutely echo that. And Danka, Seb indeed. Liam has retired from the session. Yeah, it was very, I gotta say, oh, Percy there, having a squirrel there, my goodness gracious me. Look at how much Robin, fantastic. And Troy just gets getting faster and faster, it's getting scarier and scarier, isn't it, for his competitors. Incredible stuff indeed, Troy. Tango so happy with that as well. Got yellow flags just in front of Percy here. Doesn't want to clip that curve too much. Squirreling away. He's invalidated. Percy has the Grand Prix winner in the season 6 around here. Is in major peril now, isn't he? He needs to get a time on the board. Otherwise, Percy could be near the back of the grid. Both Aston Martins are near the back of the grid. And here's Clarkey. Clarkey with the Lando Norris inspired helmet. I love it. I do love some of these crash helmets. They're very good stuff indeed. There. Yeah, going back to the Splash Effect. 4 drivers will not be right on the grid for next season. Clarkey's had a great car control there from car 2 of Clarkey. Magnificent stuff indeed. I thought he was going to be in the wall and doing a Ricardo crash from, was it 2017 he crashed there? I think it might have been. But what does Clarkey put on the board? Even with that squirrely moment, now it's still 9th fastest, so that is still okay. I think he might be looking over his shoulder still on that one though. We are in 13th position. Mumford's still in the pits. Markey is out on circuit as well. Just watching Mr. Elite, who's accelerating out of turn 2. What about Gamer? He's invalidated his time. Gamer has then, so we'll leave him to it for the minute then. We got a couple of retirees at the moment. Mr. Elite, Lucas Percy back in the pits, and Gamer all currently facing the axe from qualifying 2 minutes ago. Percy needs to get that car and move on, doesn't he? Goodness me, Mr. Elite is spinning the car, and that car is very much out of control there, and he was lucky not to be in the wall. But yeah, these cars are looking very floaty on the old rear posterior there, aren't they? Goodness me, Mr. Elite there. We've seen Clarkey almost lose it. We've seen Mr. Elite has lost it there. Markey is now starting his time as well. Let's go on board with Yar, actually. I haven't even spoken about Sam Green yet. Shocking behaviour, but Sam Green doing a good job in 12th position, but looks like he's warming up those tyres. Keza, Troy a goat. Indeed he is at the moment now, isn't he? Troy may have won the battle for Q1 as it stands there. Troy and Boxtown could be going head to head in this one. I'm absolutely loving that. Just watching Yarden, who is now coming out of the final turn. And I think he's going to go for broke then. And Percy, he has not got long at all then. He has got to this has got to be a qualifying lap then to get around then. Gurman's retired from his quali, but he should be safely through indeed. He is in 5th position there. Clarkey was just letting people through as well, letting drivers through as well. This is going to get very interesting now, isn't it? I think it's about trying to muscle up and muster a lap out of nothing here, because these cars are very skittish on the old rear, aren't they? Here's Mumford coming across the line as well. This is just an outlap, so he's going to go for it now. Markey is not going for it. He's got 45 seconds there. If he can get across the finish line in the next 40 seconds or so, he might be able to get another time in, but he's going to not have much battery left in him now. Mr. Lee is going for it again then. Now Mr. Lee has it. This is his last shot there. Percy should make it around. Then Gamer is also just having a qualifying lap as well. Gamer has completed his lap, but he's only in 14th position. Gamer is, that's not comfortable at all. He's also had battery deployment, so that is it then for Gamer, unfortunately. What about Markey? 7/10 up with that very fishy helmet. I love it. Out of the final turn and 14. There's 14 turns around this course, and Markey goes across the line, and Markey stays in 16th position. Did he back off? I'm not sure, but he's down in 16th. That is currently elimination zone now for these drivers tonight. Oh goodness me. What about Jar? Jar then out of the final turn, and for Jar on board with the Williams driver now. Then can he get his car? He's already through. He is through. They're about 3 thousandths of a second. Good stuff indeed. Sam Green then also coming across the line as well. Sam Green does improve by the minutest of margin. Is that enough? But Mumford has just got past Markey's up again, and he's out of qualifying now. Unfortunately, Barrichello crashed there a couple of years ago. I'll say a couple, 2003. Mumford out of the final turn, and Cam Mumford, he's currently just about through. He's lowered the bar by 0.5 of a second now. Oh my god, gosh, then Markey out of qualifying. Mr. Lee out of qualifying as well. Is it between Mumford and Percy then? Who is going to be through and who's going to be out here? Gameford has made it through by just the skin of his nose cone here. What about Percy then? He's currently last at the moment, and he's had a very difficult Q1 here. Remember, the only man on this grid to have ever won the Australian Grand Prix in ALR. Out of the final turn then, coming over the grid hatch as well. This looks like it's enough. It is enough. It's fastest as well. He joins the 17 club, and that has knocked Mumford out of qualifying. He left it right until the very end then. Mumford out of qualifying. Unfortunately, Gamer made it through by just under a 10th of a second there. What a shame for Markey then. He really struggled to get the car in the right window there. Mr. Lee out of qualifying as well, and Mumford, who just lowered the bar, but it wasn't enough, unfortunately, and he is out of qualifying as well. Those are 3 drivers that are going to be spectators like you and I then, going into qualifying too then. Goodness gracious me then. There was some big names that in the last couple of laps or so that really didn't get themselves sorted today. That was very close indeed then. for some of those drivers. Good heavens, Ed. And I think that Percy might be breathing a huge sigh of relief. And of course, he is a championship leader at the moment, isn't he? Percy is looking a very strong contender this season. I said at the end of season 6, remember, that Percy was really starting to muster up a good run next. I think that this was round 19 of that season, wasn't it, or something like that? And he was winning like the last couple of races or so. Was Percy. So yes, he's now regained that form then after a very difficult season 7 there, when him and his teammate clashed in Saudi Arabia. But he is back with a vengeance this season, isn't he? And my golly gosh. I was about to say Percy will go through. Sarah's saying that is good stuff indeed. And there he is, at top of the timesheets by less than a tenth of a second from Troy in second. Boxtel in third position, and Chaza really slotted himself into the mix there with Lost Souls and German as well. German needs to find a bit more time if he wants to be threatening the top runners there, because he's currently in the 18th at this moment in time. Mr. Lee out qualified. Marky's fast lap was on the medium tire, so he's going to be barely disappointed that then, as I think the doubt is probably about half a second, which is probably around where he would have been on the soft tires. Mumford down in 16th position and out of qualifying at the very end then. So those are our drivers that are unfortunately out of qualifying as we proceed into qualifying 2 then. Ooh. Right, now we're going into qualifying 2. And as Mike said, Ham zero look at the 2 weeks in a row at rear wing down. Oh goodness me, so Mark had rear wing down, which is why he was, which is why his rear end was very much floaty there. Unfortunately, Mumford free as 16ths of in a row there is unfortunate there for Mumford. Just about 3/10 of a second, 3/10 in a row there, unfortunately for Mumford. And now we're into qualifying 2. By the way, the World Cup starts today as well. I did what the first half was really good, wasn't it? Goodness me, but the second half, I must say, there wasn't really much atmosphere. In the unfortunately in the second half, was it? I think Ecuador was quite happy just to sit back, really, wasn't it? That's 44 players. It's hard to beat, but for Terrace, what I'm saying. Good 70. Thank you very much for joining in the stream, by the way. Absolutely, I love it indeed. I must say that this weekend has been a bit of sad for me, mainly because of the fact that Formula One is finished. What am I supposed to do with my winter now? I'm gonna have to go into hibernation, I think, for 105 days or something like that. Which is well, there you go. I think that's actually the best part about about my life, is I do love a bit of sleep. But yeah, thank you very much for joining the stream then. And yeah, but now the World Cup's on, actually, that could give us a welcome distraction, I think. At least some sports on, or be it that second half of the game today wasn't very sporty like, was it really? As it was a bit dull, to say at the least. 9 cars out on track at the moment then, and the first car which is out on track is, I thought it was one of the Haas cars, but I can't see that. Oh, it's Liam, yeah. I apologise profusely. Liam, yeah, is the first driver out to put a time on the board. We've got 2 medium runners here, a Clarkey and a Green. I'm wondering if they're just trying to see what they have in the Oda Piggy Bank then. But here's Liam, yeah, again then. Lovely helmet as well there for Liam, yeah. So of course, as we all know, I am quite shallow, and I do enjoy looking at drivers' helmets there, indeed. That's probably the most important part of your racing repertoire, which obviously I am joking, because you have to be quite quick as well, don't you? As we're just watching Liam, yeah, they're just going down into the Brundle turn. Now, why is it called the Brundle turn? Because Martin Brundle decided to thought his Jordan had wings of a different nature, and flew over the back of Johnny Herbert and David Coulthard, won the Modern Miracles, and Martin Brundle got the car unaided, and took the race restart literally about 30 minutes later. So that's absolutely incredible. I always remember Murray Walker's words, and it was miracle of miracles as Martin Brundle got out of the car. I can't believe it, especially when you look at the what that Jordan car was like at the end there. Goodness gracious me, that was quite a horrific shunt indeed. Of course, Alonso had a big shunt down there as well in 2016. Now, I think he went over the back of Gutierrez's Haas car, didn't he? And that was quite a shocking one as well. And we also had a horrific shunt in 2001. Now, in that 2001 Grand Prix, I think it was Villeneuve went over the back of Ralf Schumacher, didn't he? And unfortunately, Marshall was injured in that. I think he lost his life, unfortunately. So its turn 3 has been very much a problem corner over the years, hasn't it? Just watching Liam, who's done a 16.283 then to set us on our way. Clarkey is 6/10 of second behind at the moment there. Serious Mushroom, Alonso's was worse. Alonso's was quite horrific in terms of the G there. And who is that in the background doing a spinneroonie? Goodness gracious me, I think that's one of the Mercedes there. Alhan has gone third fastest with Green going fourth. I think that it is Chaza who's that's going to ruin this lap and the next lap. Percy has gone second fastest from Liam. Yes, 4/10 of second in front of Percy, with Vesey also getting in the mix as well. Good time so far, and goodness gracious me, they're rattling it down here. Lovely, I love the 17 series much and beat me to it. So I'm wondering if Serious Much on about Chaz's spin, or is he on about that horrific incident in turn 3 in 2001? Just watching German going at 6 fastest at the moment in the Ferrari. Interesting stuff. And Reuter has invalidated this time again. Tango is also invalidated this time. He's going to have to have another bite of the cherry. So we're going to stick with Tango for the minute as he goes into 1 and 2. Talking about serious incidents, 2002 we had a horrific accident there with Ralph Schumacher. Went over the back of Rubens Barrichello, didn't he? And that was, I think we lost a lot of, did we lose 12 cars in that incident or something like that? I can't remember how many it was, but yeah, it was a horrific shut there. Just Ralph and Barrichello caused a concertina effect, didn't it, on the rest of the field there? Horrific stuff indeed there. Well, of course, one of the best memories of Australia around here has to be Mark Webber's 5th position in 2002 in that minority. Fantastic. Of course, also Mika Salo in his final ever Australia Grand Prix when he was making his debut for the Toyota team. Also getting a point as well. But I think that that season, Toyota did only got, I think that was the only point they got, wasn't it? Or did they get another point somewhere? They might have got another point somewhere. They still finished 10th in the Constructors, and unfortunately that was last at the end of the day, because ours had to pull out of 2002, didn't they, after the French Grand Prix, which is such a shame because I've got a soft spot for ours. They made some beautiful cars there. The livery on those Arrows cars were magnificent. 2002 when they were sponsored by the Orange mobile phone company was absolutely delicious, wasn't it, to say the least. Tango across the line, he goes at second fastest there. Good time indeed there for Tango. And goodness gracious me, we did see some of the drivers into the 17s, didn't we, in qualifying 1? But these are some good times in qualifying 2 as well, as once again the track is going to begin to cool in this late evening sunshine here. Reuter's invalidated this time again in car 19, and that's a big shunt there for Troye. And he has lost it coming out of turn 1. The track must be very slippery out there, but Troye, one of the quicker drivers on the circuit, has had a problem here in qualifying 2. Is that car damaged? Is he going to be able to get it back to the pits? He's got 9 minutes to go. Troy's going to be limping back now, but that is a major problem then for Troye in this qualifying session. Good heavens above. Just watching Boxtal, who was quickest for majority in qualifying 1 then, as he is now just steaming down into turn 3 there, as Troy getting out the way then. Serious Mushroom love the Arrows cars. I think that any kind of Arrows cars oh my word there, and that is one of the is that Sam Green having issues in the Alfa Romeo, potentially. Liam has retired from the session as Boxtal is on his way. Let me just go back to Arrows because I love Arrows, but it was all going off here in qualifying 2 here. Goodness heavens, goodness gracious me, there's spinners left, right and centre. Yeah, just going back to the Arrows, of course, I think that they also, the 97 car is quite cool as well, wasn't it? Of course, when they returned the Arrows name, didn't they? I really like the 98 car. I mean, it was just plain black, but goodness me, it looked absolutely lush. They did, that was a weird season for Arrows, though, because they were making their own engines. Tom Walkinshaw was at the helm then, wasn't it? Of course, they had Mika Salo and Pedro Diniz driving for him in that 98 machine. Yeah, definitely like 2000 above Arrows was fantastic stuff indeed. I absolutely love that Arrows car. Oh, I'm talking about Arrows. I need to talk about Boxtel. Boxtel across the line now. Oh, goodness me. And once again, the only driver so far to be in the 17th set. There's a bit of golfing class here tonight with Boxtel and the remainder of the field. Good heavens above that. What's Lost Souls doing? I think he's invalidated his time now. Of course, you could tell when the track, when the driver's invalidated their time, because the track on the right-hand side goes red, which means that they have gone out of track bounds and their time will be disallowed there. Well, it won't count then. On board with Yard now, who's just floating that Williams through. Lovely stuff indeed. Oh goodness me, then I thought you can really catch yourself out here, can you? This is the new configuration of circuit. This one is there, of course. We have raced around here since 1996-ish. 1996 will do. But of course, a big facelift was it to improve overtaking. I really wish we did have 4 DRSodes around here. Why? Well, maybe not in real life, but certainly on the game, because that would have been absolute anarchy. And you know how much I love anarchy in the world of ALR. Jake, been here 5 minutes. You can tell this commentator is a goat. Thank you very much, Jake. I really appreciate your kind words. I'm surprised anyone can understand me in my Forester accent. And to be fair, I'm not really talking about ALR at the moment. I'm talking about... Oh, goodness me, is that Yara's had some... Oh, and he's in the wall! And that is a huge chunk now for Jar. And I think that was frustration, wasn't it there? And God, that would have been a safety car in the race. And that is a major, major blow indeed then. For Yara's lost souls. So it looks like he is lost a bit actually, because he's looks like he's parked on the wrong part of the circuit. We got Wouter, who is in major peril here with just under 5 minutes to go, and that is not good because he's invalidated this time as well. So he's got to pull his socks up here. German's found 0.6 of a second as well. Thank you very thank you very much, Jake. I appreciate that. But I'm not even wasn't even talking about it actually. I got lost away talking about the Arrows team and his shocking behaviour indeed. I don't know how did I get onto the Arrows. Oh, I was talking about Mark Worker, wasn't I? Which is completely neither here nor there. Cheers, much and welcome, Jake. Yes, welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it then. And of course, I hope you enjoy the race. And it's going to be a cracker. I have no doubt about that. Australia is always a cracker for me. I do have a soft spot for Australia. I do love it. Here's Vesley. Vesley may have a soft spot for this race, depending on if he can get some points at the end of this one. At the moment, he's currently sat on 0. Liam saying, I'm going to look a right fool if I go out here. But Liam at the moment is currently 4th. It depends on how the track really ramps up then. Kaya Langston saying, hey, hey there, good evening to you, Kaya, as well then. I hope I'm saying your name right. I must say I struggle to say my own name, so please don't take it offensively or anything like that. Serious Mushroom out of the final turn. Nope, not Serious Mushroom. Wouter out of the final turn, it's easy for me to say. But he's now on his way as well. Serious Mushroom, that will buff out Yar. Yes, it will indeed then, but they might have to find a new wheel for that. Well, it's caused Michael Schumacher crash there, didn't he, in 2005, 6? 5, something like that, I can't remember. Jar has left the session now. Hopefully he'll come back in soon, and he might be a bit devastated by that incident now. Vesley's found 3/10 seconds in the second split. Every time I'm on board of a car around there, I must admit, I do hold on to whatever I'm sitting on. At the moment, I'm not sitting, I'm standing, so I'm holding on to me cheeks, I think, after that one as they go flying around turn 14. Nope, I'm a couple of seasons behind as they go around turn 9 and 10. Because you know that if you've ever driven this circuit on the game, you know that, well, it ain't too bad on this game, but it's still a action zone for crashing, isn't it? When the rear end just gets too light and you just spin around, you swap, it ends quite quickly. Wesley goes into 4th fastest there. Still only 2 drivers into the 17th at the moment. Troy, who had a humongous incident earlier on in this one, is now back on circuit, and Green does not improve then. He's a second slower on that last lap then. Now into the final turn, and Chaz is retired from the session. Wouter out of the final turn then. Let's see what he can do then. He hasn't set a competitive time just yet. He's been invalidated, but that's competitive enough. Goodness gracious me, when he keeps it in the white lines, he is quicker than a hiccup. I don't know, I've had real bad indigestion since I don't know what, I think it was like quiche I had the other day. Oh goodness me. I don't know, but it just won't shift. I've got real bad indigestion. I might have to get some Cavonia. No, wait, that's cough medicine. I don't know what it's night nurse. I don't really know, to be fair. Oh, Troy's invalidated. He's got 3 minutes to go. And Troy's invalidated his time here. Oh, goodness gracious me. Then this is not good then for Troy. Remember, he is at second in the championship at the moment, I think. Am I telling porkies there? No, I'm not. He is second in the championship at the moment now, Troy is. But this is not good at all. And both Troy and someone out, and it was Percy in qualifying one that really struggled to get a lap in here. Just shows how challenging this circle is then. Of course, if you nail this lap, you do get a bit of satisfaction, don't you? But at the moment, there's a couple of drivers out there that are really struggling to get themselves on the board here. There's Lost Souls there. Lost Souls on the second split time now. Serious Russian, drink a pint of... Oh, Jar's power's gone out, so hopefully he can get back in soon. As yeah, that's not good, is it? If the power goes out, then oh goodness gracious me, then hopefully he'll get himself back in the session pronto. Who is that then? As I think that was that a Red Bull there? And he just got past. It was indeed there. It was his teammate Wuto who's just coming back to the pit lane as well. Lost Souls needs to get himself some points now, isn't he? Because he hasn't scored any so far. Lost Souls hasn't now. I will drink a pint of milk, but unfortunately I don't have no milk at the moment, so it might have to be a can of Coke, albeit that ain't going to help you, is it? Well, it ain't going to help me, I should say, as where Souls goes full fast is there. A whisker behind his teammate there. Goodness gracious me, just over a tenth of a second back at the moment. I think the admin's going to be cursing me because I see that message from Jar, but I don't see any messages when I'm commentating. But to be fair, that notification just popped up on my phone. Otherwise, normally I wouldn't have seen it there because mainly I don't really take much notice of what goes on in the old driver paddock before the start of the qualifying session. Because usually I am faffing about with all kinds of stuff, mainly wondering where me, usually wondering where my mic's gone. Just watching Troy Ed, who's in the final sector. Just shows how hard Jar hit the wall then with the power's gone out, so it's worth saying. It must have been a brutal impact there, I love it. Fantastic. Troy then into the turn 13 and into turn 14. I feel weird. I feel very odd when I say turn 13 and 14 then, of course, as I've been so used to saying turn 15 and 16. Across the line there comes Troy, and where's that pulling fifth fastest there Troy has. I think he'd be happy just to get a time on the board. Percy across the line and started a lap now. Gamer also on a lap, then Clarkey invalidated time. Alhan has also started his lap as well. This is going to get Clarkey's invalidated here. What's the time left on the clock? It's not enough, you know. I think Clarkey's out qualifying here in the McLaren Mercedes. That is not good. Gamer's 2/10 of a second up in the second split top. Make that free. Green is in the pits. Vesley and Liam Yet, who said he don't want to be embarrassed here. I think that he may be sweating at the moment, sweating more than me. Oh, Clarkey's off the circuit. He has invalidated anyway. Alhan has kept it clean there through the perilous turn 5. Here comes Gamer as well. Yellow flags and where Clarkey is gone off it. So Liam Yet is going to be sweating. We've got two Aston Martins trying to improve our time. We have also got Alhan out there as well. Sam Green is going to be sweating more than Liam Yet though, because Sam Green's in 10th position now. On board now with Gamer into the final turn as well. Gamer's target time is at 18.4, but he would like to go faster than that. It's at 18.2, and he is through into qualifying 2 here. Percy on the short straight, then into turn 12, and coming into 13 and 14 as well. Then Percy then breaking down into third gear, 60 miles an hour before getting back on the loud pedal as well. Car 21, the man who won this race in season 6, then coming over the grid hatch as well. Is this enough? It's enough, I think that, and it is enough. He's gone fastest there, and Liam Yet is out of qualifying. And that's a horrific mistake there from Liam Yet. Alhan has had some issues on the final lap there, and because of that, he is going to be down in 14th position. But Liam Yet is out of qualifying, and he's what a fool he is there. Unfortunately, that's his words, not mine. But Liam Yet out of qualifying here, and goodness me, but it's but a minutest of margins. It is 200 of a second, but still, he is going to be on the sidelines for qualifying 3, and this is a golden opportunity for Liam Yet today. I feel to be in the top 3 rows of this one. Wow, that is a shock to the system. Hey, camera racer, and good luck to all drivers in gold. And hello, and hey, serious old guy. No, Liam, that is so not right. It's so, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. Gamer has made it through by the skin of his nose cone. We've got 2 Mercedes, 2 Red Bulls gone through as well. Magnificent stuff indeed. And let's just take a look at the drivers in out of this qualifying session. Jar had a power cut. He's down in 15th position there. Hopefully he can get himself back in the race. Alhan in 14th position. Clarkey, very similar to his teammate Markey here. Very similar to Markey here. Then, of course, Markey fastest times on the medium tires, also the McLaren, and Clarkey's had the same issue, but didn't get a second time. And Green in 12th position. Good account of himself there. Sam Green's done a great job, hasn't he, in his 2 sub appearances in gold so far. Liam, yeah, then as we just heard, then he is stupid, unfortunately, as his words did a 17.6 practicing as well. Nice job, Tango, mate. Chaz is saying that. Didn't expect that. Nerves, Liam, serious specialist saying that, as I hadn't even mentioned Tango yet. Shocking beer about myself, but we was concerned about Liam getting knocked out of qualifying. But Tango is through into qualifying 3. Good stuff indeed, and that bodes well for tomorrow night. And now we go into qualifying 3 then for the Australian Grand Prix. And yeah, we do have 2 Mercedes in this qualifying session. We have 2 Alpha Tauris, 2 Red Bulls, 2 Aston Martins. Goodness gracious me, it's been a tricky qualifying session. It hasn't been straightforward by any stretch of imagination. We had Percy having troubles in qualifying 1. In qualifying 2, it was Troy that had some gremlins as well. And we've lost Liam, yeah, in qualifying 2. And we've lost Clarkey as well. Gerdman, the first driver out on circuit, but that's closely followed by Percy. Excuse me, I was just trying to get me watching Gerdman letting Percy pass. Percy, it's not really concerned, is he, about the track being in its best condition to qualify. He probably wants a nice clear run. He doesn't want to be held up by anyone. While that's still quite a high potential, because we've only got half the cars out at the moment. We've only got 5 cars out on track. No, we've only got 4 cars out on track at this moment. So they might be starting to leave the garage then, just as Percy's about to start his time run then. Percy's on pole position in Bahrain. It was boxed out pole position in Jeddah just over a week ago. So then, can Percy get his second pole position of the season? Can the Boxtel get his second pole position of the season? Or are we going to see a new pole sitter here tonight then? Or the season anyway. And now they were just watching Percy then, as he is about to wind it up and let it go then. And here he is then. So here comes Percy out of 14 then. And here is the man then, of course, as we've already mentioned, that he's a multiple Grand Prix winner now in ALR. And he is the championship leader. And he is definitely the man to beat at this moment in time. And going down into turn 1 then into the Jones chicane, which I don't think is the Jones chicane anymore. He had to have correction halfway through though. Goodness gracious me. And wow, that was, I gotta say, that was going to be quite, that was probably quite worrying there for the Aston Martin team and driver as well. But Percy, who is just battling his way then through the car park of 4 and 5 on board the Aston Martin driver now. Love the purple and black helmet, I absolutely do, I adore it. Into 6 now, purple in the first sector time, and of course all the times have been wiped out from qualifying 1 and 2, because it's now a fresh slate then for qualifying 3, and Percy very much on the limit and beyond. This is probably one of my favourite times of the event in ALR, is when the drivers said, I've now got now the cars are almost they're running on fumes then. They got hardly any fuel in the car, fresh tyres out. It is about what you can do on this day in history, and who is going to be the fastest then for the gold here in qualifying that. Just watching and a person correcting it in turn 11 here there. Now I think that there might be more time in the piggy bank here for Percy, but he is certainly throwing it all against the wall and hoping it will stick. And some is now. But this is a very committed qualifying lap here from Percy. Out of the final turn as well. A 17 has to be his aim. It's a 18 so far. And I think there is definitely more in the tie in that Aston Martin. I feel an 18.8 so far for Percy there. On board then with German, the world champion, then from season 6 and after the final turn. So German goes pole position, a 17.3 for German, and he has absolutely nailed that. Where did that come from the champion? My goodness me, incredible stuff indeed there for German, and that has blown me well out of the water. Boxed out is invalidated his time, Hansas Vessi as well then, so we're gonna have to see what they can do then. Gamer, it's easy for me to say, who's also invalidated as well. Troy has it then, and Troy is still on the money at the moment then, into the new turn 11 then. And of course that turn is quite awkward, and it's not very nice turn at all. I don't like it. And Troy, I thought he was spinning there into 12, and here comes car 17 and Troy, and of course he had a bit of a difficult time, didn't he, in qualifying 2, but here he comes and out of the final turn, and it's a 17.3, which is going to be his target time here. He is at a 17.6 for this German pole. Troy alongside him, Percy in third at the moment. Tango is invalidated this time around then, and I think that we're just seeing Boxtal then, who's on a quick lap now. And let's see what Boxcal can do then. He's a 44.4 in the second intermediate split time here. DRS and right on the money. Boxtal is throwing it all against the wall. Percy, Troy for pole. Serious Mushroom is saying that. What about this man? What about Boxtal as well? Then you can't discount out this man. And I've got to say, Gurman has really thrown himself in the shop window, hasn't he? With that incredible time of a 17.3, which I think has taken everyone by surprise potential in that Ferrari. Out of the final turn, and what has Boxtel got in that Haas car as well? Coming over the grid hatch, is it enough for Boxtel? It's only a 17.6. I would say only a 17.6 as the front row, but German still 3/10 of a second in front of the rest of the opposition. Magnificent, absolutely incredible stuff there from German on board with Gamer then. So it's 5 drivers have set a time so far, which is German, who's on pole position by 3/10 of a second, provisional pole position by 3/10 of a second. It is Boxtel second. Third position is Troy Percy in fourth, and Gamer's had a snap of oversteer there on that final corner, and that's going to cost him abundance of time then. And he got himself full fast in the end there. He's a 2/10 of a second in front of his teammate there, Gamer. So Gamer also in the thick of action as well. Goodness gracious me. But there is German at the moment, and he's going to be overjoyed with that result, isn't he? Magnificent stuff so far for Serious Rush. You can't discount out any of them. You certainly can't, can you? What an incredible qualifying so far this has been. And here's Chaz now about to wind up and let go. Remember, he was in the heart of that. He was in the heart of those 17s as well earlier on this session. What is Chaz got under his left foot now? Maybe I should say right foot, actually, shouldn't I? As Liam saying, I just wanted, now I was just warming up for qualifying 3. Didn't want to waste another set of tyres, and as Serious Rush said, tactics indeed it is, sir. Seeing German do a 17.0, so pole for him, Liam is saying, and goodness gracious me, while I'd say that 17.3 is enough at the moment, but can he get into the 17.0? That'll be impressive stuff indeed there for German. Let's see what he can do then. Here comes Chazza then, who's through turn 5 now, and I bit my lip, ow. Chazza into a 26.6 heads for the first split time as he floats over turn 6, and there he goes, and Maldonado crashed there heavily. I don't mean our wash, Maldonado, I mean the Pastor Maldonado. And now then as he threads it through then these very high kinks here as well before we go into 9 and 10. 44.2 in the second split time there. That's 2/10 a second quicker than Boxed out at the moment there. Feathers it over. He's invalidated though. He's gone wide. We felt it. The car just drifted too much there, and Chaz is going to be furious with that because that was looking a very good time indeed there for Chazza. But that is not what he wanted to see, or what he did not want to see or feel, did he? And unfortunately for Chazza, and that's most of the way around the lap as well. So he's going to abandon his time, cut in the pits. I wonder if he's got a new set of another set of fresh tyres to go all for broke. Then with just under 5 minutes to go, this qualifying session here then. So Wesley's got the track all to himself at the moment now, so I hope he enjoys out there because it's not going to be empty for long, is it? As Wesley then I think is out there quite early, isn't he? He wants to get a decent time at the moment. German pole position, 3/10 a second in front of Boxtel in second. Boxtel's emerged out of the garage in second position. Third position is Troy. Fourth is Gamer in front of Percy in fifth position, and Tango is sixth. And then we have 4 drivers who have not set times yet, which is Wouter, Chazza, Lost Souls, and Vesley. 3 of those 4 cars are Honda powered cars as well. Well, technically they're not Honda powered at this stage, are they? But well, they are, if you get what I mean. Because Honda and the Red Bull relationship seems to tire back there. Didn't know if Maldonado was religious then. I'm not sure, but I definitely know that he is a pastor. Or pasta, or no, wait, no, that's food, isn't it? Pasta, it's pasta, isn't it? I don't know. Wesley there out of turn 2, and I've said I was rubbish at names. And Wesley now coming down into turn 3. Only other driver on circuit at the moment is Boxed. That lovely shot here as we go on board now with the Alpha Tower. Look at this, and this is a master at work now. Is that look at that? How much steering wheel input? When does he need to brake? When does he need to make the decision there to turn the car and make sure it sticks? That is absolutely incredible stuff indeed. Then I missed the first time because I was yapping away. Boxtel starts us up now. Chazza's out on circuit with 3 minutes to go, but so that was a very quick turnaround for the Mercedes team. And German is out on circuit as well. They are starting to emerge out with just under 3 minutes to go in this qualifying session. In the next 3 minutes or so, we're going to find out who's going to be on pole position then for the Australian Grand Prix round 3 of ALR Gold. Here comes Vesey now then, going up into turn 11, and of course this new turn 11, it is a bit of an awkward corner, isn't it? You can very much make or break your lap there into turn 12 as well. Your car gets a bit floaty. We've seen Coulthard crash there a couple of years ago as well. About well, I'd say about 20 years ago now. Goodness me. Firstly out of the final turn, then DRS, then right on the money, then going over the grid hatches. What is his time? It's a good time. I think it's a 17.6 in second. And it's the front row of the grid there for Bessie. Magnificent, absolutely incredible. Wow, absolutely incredible stuff indeed. Geordie Boxhouse found 79 second in the first split time. Bessie is in the mix as well. He's a 10th second up in the second split time. It's still not enough in order because German's still got the advantage. And so what can Boxhouse do? Muster up in the final in the final sector here, as we just seen Vesey has made his way into the action as well. At the moment, Boxtel's on course for second fastest, but it's no more at the moment. He has to find something special in these final two turns here for the Haas team. Car 74, Boxtel, the Grand Prix win behind him, then out of the final turn. And where does he put himself? And coming over the grid hatch, a yellow flag then, and as for Vesey's recovering AlphaTauri, and Boxtel's on pole position. Goodness me, his final sector was half a second quicker. My goodness me. That is absolutely sensational. Wow, absolutely mega stuff indeed there. What about German then? German, I think, is now going to go for it. He's got one more shot then to try and get pole position here. That is mega stuff indeed. Gamer also going to go for one more lap as well. Oh my gosh, that was an incredible time. And then Pachaza in the second split time now. I see that Troy is, but he's on an outlap, I think, as Wesley comes into the pit. So we're going to stick with Chaza for the moment then. This Frisky Biscuit German, with his head blown off there. Emoji, mind blowing. We've also got German saying, German looks unbeatable. Cirrus Mushroom was saying then about 2 seconds ago. And then all of a sudden, Boxtown has just, Souls is off. I think Souls has had an issue then. And German there's a spinner. That's German who won the Mercedes. I think German's not going to be on pole position for the Australian Grand Prix. We didn't see what happened there, but German's out of the fight. Vesey in front position. Great stuff indeed there from Vesey. What can Chaza do here? Chaza quits on his second fastest. Chaza is an absolutely stupendous time now for Chaza. Magnificent. Absolutely incredible stuff indeed. Then Ruter is now starting us up now. This is all or nothing for all or nothing now. What about Percy? Percy, I think, is also that was just to build up his lap. Then now he's going for broke. Then this is going to be it. Then so that is it then for Lucas Percy as well. On board with Gamer, and here is Gamer now. And these times are absolutely magnificent stuff. Boxed out pole position. Chaz alongside Monroe one. German's had issues there. He is in third position, and that is going to be it then for German. We did see what happened there. Gamer finishes, finds half a second or just under half a second, so he stays sixth in the end there. And we've got Boxed out coming into the pits. He's currently in the pole center at the moment. Here comes Troy then. What can Troy do then? Boxhouse retired from the session. Troy within track limits then. That has been an incredible. Sorry, that is where people have made mistakes then. I'm not sure what happened with that second Mercedes of Tango, I think it was there. But Tango and German was spun at the same spot then. So something has gone a bit awry then, hasn't it, for those two drivers there? And oh goodness me then, I wonder if that is going to be a bit of tit for tat in the paddock. Here's Troy then out of the final turn. And Troy currently in fifth position. And can he find anything? Can he find anything to muster? He's found third fastest there for Troy. Ruter has not found anything. He's going to be down in ninth position in the thick of things. Of course, he was our first Grand Prix winner of the season, wasn't he? Percy was our first pole sitter of the season. It's between Percy and Boxtown. Is Percy got enough? And on board of Percy, I don't think it lasts, but he's fifth fast in the end now. But it is Boxtown on pole position then for the Australian Grand Prix. That's his second pole position of the season, and then that was an incredible qualifying. I really enjoyed that one. I wonder what could have been if German wasn't involved in that skirmish. Maybe it would have been different then. But goodness me, then of course Formula One is not run on paper though, is it? And it is going to be Boxtel's fourth pole position of his career. Can he convert this one into a Grand Prix win? Then he looked solid, didn't he, in the race in Saudi Arabia a week ago. What times it was indeed there. Look at that, 89 between Boxau and Chaz. It's great to see Chazza back up there as well. Third position was Troy. German in fourth position now. Something happened to him on his final run. Percy in fifth. He said slower than qualifying two there. So I think the Percy might be disappointed at Wesley in a superb sixth with Gamer seventh. Great stuff. Tango in eighth position. Wooter in ninth and Souls in 10th. Bosh. Take that like then go, as I said. I just swabbed my tongue. That is great to see Chazzo back up there, isn't it? Wow, that was a magnificent time. We've seen in the build-up to the show tonight, we were saying how much Chazzo is very much in the thick of things, and once again he showed it with that incredible lap there. It was an absolutely superhuman effort from both those guys on the front row, and they have earned their place then. They've earned their place then to start on the front row for tonight's Australian Grand Prix. So I was getting my bearings back because this is going to be a cracker to say the very least. I don't think Jar's come back into the session yet, as he said. That's going to be unfortunate for the Williams team and Jar. That is going to be disappointing indeed. Then, so he's going to lose the. So it looks like he's not going to be able to make the race then. So it's much good luck. All is going to be a tough one. This one is, isn't it? As we now count down the final countdown to the start of this Australian Grand Prix. Then. Safety cars, I would say, almost expected there, of course. So pit stops and 1 or 2 stops. Remember that you don't have to start on the tyres anymore. She set your fastest time on. It is free range, and I wonder if we're going to see what tyres we're going to see. Is it going to be a majority of the mediums? Are we going to get softs in this race? And I presume we might see hards later on then. I wonder if anyone might start on the hard tyres then. As now that we've got everyone on the grid then, so preparing themselves for the start of this Australian Grand Prix, and we've got not a soft tyre. Not a soft tyre in sight then, as I've trying to sort myself out. And here it is, but there is a hard tyre for Boxtel, so it is quite a decent run down into turn 1 then, so he's going to be very vulnerable into turn 1 and into turn 3 potentially here. So this is going to get very interesting indeed. Let's go for the grid. So we've got 17 cars on the grid then, as I don't think Jar has taken his place on the grid, unfortunately. Look at that then, not understeering that Haas car. That's going to be a bit worrying now to Boxtel. He looked good in qualifying, didn't he? But goodness me, this warm-up lap is not going. Is going to be a big concern about that then. So we've got 2 pit stops, all 1 pit stop. I think there might be a 1-stopper around here. Boxtel pole position then for his 4th time of his career, his 2nd time this season. Is Chazza on row 1. It's a long time since Chazza was in the thick of the action. In 3rd position is Troy. He is in front of his championship rival at the moment, which is Percy. But remember, Boxtel gets a seat, he will have those points, and he will be coming at those drivers then. Gurman in 4th, I'm not sure what happened to Gurman in the last lap of qualifying, but I think he should potentially be on pole position, or at least the front row, but he's in 4th at the moment. Gurman is there. Percy in 5th position, the Aston Martin there. As he said, he went slower in qualifying, he went slower in that final session in qualifying 3 than in qualifying 2, but he is a championship leader. He has got a lot to lose. 6th position is Vesley. Gamer in 7th position. 8th position is Tango. Both Red Bulls of Wuta and Souls are now on hard tyres. 11th position is Liam. Yeah, he misjudged qualifying 2 times and he was out. He's on medium. Green on hard tyres along with Clarkey on hard tyres as well. Alhan in 14th position there on medium tyres. Jar is not in the session. He's in 15th position. He might be able to get back in, but he's a ghost at the moment. Mumford in 16th, and 17th is Markey on the hard tyres. And we've got a very Mr. Lee, who's a very long way back in 18th position in the Alpine machine then. And only one Alpine driving tonight, which is very there. But Liam has been disqualified from the session, as has Jar as well, as they have not lined up their grid boxes very well, have they? This is on board then with the pole sitter, with Boxtel, 4-time pole sitter now in ALR Gold. Fantastic stuff indeed. Remember his Division 2 performances. He was a Division 2 champion, wasn't he? And look at this as we are now getting the ready for the lights, and their lights are on then. Where are they going to go then? And it is lights out, but it's not go yet, is it? I've got a rubbish camera angle here. Jar's been disqualified. Now we're go here in Australia then. And Boxtel's got a perfect start, but Troy, he's got an even better start. He's got past Chazza. Chazza's dropped down the 3rd position. Percy has forced Chazza off the circuit, has he? Or is Chazza gone white then? What the case may be, Percy is up in the 3rd position. That's perfect for the championship leader. And Gurman is now on the outside here. He's going on the outside. He's breaking so much there than Percy, but he gets into 4th position. A terrible start for Chazza. The front row sitters dropped down the 5th position already. And yes, I'm not sure if he got pushed off or if he went wide into turn 1 there. And I've got Wesley in 6th position, Rooter up to 2 positions as well. Mr. Lee dropping back down to last position at the moment. So you can see that as we're coming through the 1st sector. 1 retirement so far, but that was Jar because he didn't take the start, unfortunately. Just watching Boxtel in with Troy then. Troy then needs to make hay whilst the sun is shining. He's got the medium tires and he has the pace advantage at the moment. And Liam Yates all over the back of green. Lost Souls is down 2 positions. Gamer's down 6 positions here. And he's at the appalling start then as Gamer Lost Souls and all over the back. Or he was all over the back of Liam Yates. Liam Yates all over the back of green at the moment, and he hasn't made or lost any position just yet. He's under step into turn 11. Oh goodness me, they're going to pinch on the exit there. Good drop now, but Liam has now made himself very vulnerable to Lost Souls down in 12th position. A terrible start for Lost Souls. Appalling start for Gamer down into 13th position there. That one completed then. 17 out of the 18 cars made it through. Alhan has just snuck past Mumford as well. Here is the gap then. It's 2/10 of a second, and then look at this, and Boxtel on the harder tires, and he's got more of a got more of a working range then for that hard turn, and just if anything goes a bit out of the ordinary here. However, that may leave him vulnerable to a safety car later on then, depending on when that safety car comes out. Tango and Clarkie's up 5 positions here. Tango and Clarkie fighting. Clarkie on the hard tires. Tango spun the car. I'm not sure if he had a helping hand or not there, but he comes back on the track in front of Lost Souls. Liam Ayres just snuck through, then Tango then has what if it's just cold tires, but he is on the medium tire, so Tango is here. But unfortunately, he lit up the wheels in turn number 4 here, and because of that then he's really putting himself in a disadvantage, and Lost Souls is now all over the back of Tango here then. Oh my golly gosh then, Boxtel leads by 2/10 seconds, and DRS will be in effect at the end of this lap. We heard a rumour that the DRS would be in effect within a lap next year, which would be very interesting indeed, won't it? Just watching the yellow flag then in the background. Mumford is off the circuit at that perilous turn 9 and 10 this season. Look at this, as a game is just pushing at the moment as Troy takes the lead then in the most unorthodox of places there, and then Boxtel's dropped down into second position, and here comes Percy all over the back now of Boxtel's. That's a Mercedes, that's Chazza, he's out of the Grand Prix. German in second pass on race. Chazza's incredible performance has come to nothing here in terms of points there. What a shame. Is that a virtual safety car or a full safety car? Oh, let's go on board. It's a virtual safety car here. And oh my goodness, the top 4 are top 4 there. Goodness gracious me, incredible performance there. Look at Chazza out of the Grand Prix, and he is going to be absolutely devastated. Like he had a superb qualifying, but unfortunately it has ended so early on in the race then. What a shame then. The 75 on the air intake of Ferrari looks like a disabled park inside then. Goodness gracious me. Bosch full serious rush then. I think I should start from the back from now on then. Chaz is saying, as he did struggle for line, didn't he? I'm not sure if he had a helping hand into turn 1 or not then. Fudge Muffin, unlucky there. Every time he qualifies high up, he bins it there. But we'll see what happened in turn 1 as well. Oh, goodness me, Percy almost went to the back. There's a drive-through penalty for Lost Souls there, and that is a major blow. And I think he was a bit too quick there, wasn't he? Oh, goodness gracious me. Look at this. He's all over the back of Boxtel. Percy says Boxtel's been left here. Troy leads out as Liam has now got past Tango, moved himself up into... Oh, Souls is in the gravel here. And goodness me, it's too early to go to the beach. Troy leads at 7/10 seconds. DRS is enabled, and of course it was just a VSC, which means that we don't have to wait within a couple of laps for the DRS to be enabled. Then Lost Souls drive-through penalty is now just dropped all the way down to last position as well. And this is going to get very fruity indeed. Then how long until those medium tires are going to go past their best and for the hard tires to really kick in? Well, I think it's going to be several laps at least. But we've got a bit of a train starting to form here from 2nd all the way down to 8th with Sam Green. Then Lost Souls has left the session there, and oh dear, and hopefully it's well, I wonder if he left the session there because he was trying to take his drive from Cones and they pitted him. Maybe, I'm not too sure on that one there, but hopefully, or maybe it was just, or maybe there was something else that's gone wrong there, but Lost Souls, it could potentially be out of this race as well, so we're down to 15 runners and riders here, back on board with Percy, who is putting the pressure now on, oh my goodness me, and great car control there for Percy, because I thought he was going into the scene of the accident there, but great car control indeed then. Venzi is starting to drop off the back of this, this quad at the moment there, as he is now almost out of DRS range as Boxtel, Percy and German are now all starting to really starting to flex their muscles at this moment, and goodness gracious me. And they'll come through the complete lap 4 now, and Troy has set the fast lap race at Boxtel. It's still 7/10 of a second, but he needs to start to hurry up here because look, there's Troy. He's now starting to push on here. Percy's also pushing on as well. He's less than a 10th of a second now behind. Sorry, less than 3/10 of a second behind. But I think he's going to struggle to make a move down into the Brundle turn. So he's going to have to wait his turn. And I'm wondering if he might have a sneak up the inside to 9. Otherwise, it would be into 11 then. Back on board then with a season's 6th race winner, which was at Lucas Percy a couple of seasons ago there. On board with him now, that is, goodness gracious me, this back end of his does feel a bit loosey-goosey here, doesn't it? So that might be a concern later on this one. Tango's got a 3-second penalty. It's become a bit of a nightmare for Tango. Well, it's not a nightmare, is it? Because he's in 8th position, so they're too bad there. Lost Souls in the pits again then, but albeit he is not actually racing here at the moment, is he? And they're just now back on board with Percy once again. He's got DRS then. He has the move, but look at that. Boxtel is actually pulling out a bit of time now. But Troye is out of DRS range. That is going to leave Boxtel very vulnerable at this stage of the Grand Prix, isn't it? We've also got German in the facility as well. This is going to get hot and heavy quickly, almost like me. And a yellow flag is Mumford out of the race, and that is a major blow for Mumford. It's a safety car as well. Look, there's the safety car coming out, and I'm wondering how is this too early then for these drivers on the medium tires to go on to the hard tires, and how is this going to play out then? Mr. Lee coming into the pits, and into the pits is also Tango on hard tires. Alhan is now coming in the pits, and Mr. Lee is also in the pits as well. So here's Alhan then. Chaz left the session out of the Grand Prix. We've lost 4 drivers already. We're down to 14 then. If you make it to the end of this race, you're going to score some big wonga here. Well, you may score some money, but you'll also be scoring some points as well then. And now just he's now just coming on the pits now then, Mr. Elite in. So is it Lost Souls then? It's not in the race at the moment then. I think that never leave the session too early, because anything can happen in Grand Prix. So usually does, especially around here. This race usually does bring out some incredible action, doesn't it? So 14 runners and riders, and Lost Souls is not in the race, unfortunately. Well, let's even get back into about Yar out of the Grand Prix as well, of course, as he had a power failure, which has cost him points today potentially. Certainly, I think on this day he potentially could have done really, because this one's a brutal one to say the least. Mumford out of the race, unfortunately, and that is his first retirement of the season there for Mumford, which is very unlucky indeed. Just on board with the AlphaTauri. Troy, is he coming into the pits? He is in the pits there, and so anyone else coming in the pits? And Percy's in the pits, German's in the pits as well. And I think that anyone who's on the medium tires is a no-brainer. So Boxtel is this is going to get very interesting then for Boxtel. So into the pits there comes the race leader. He's now into the pits, going on to the hard tires. Head lap 6 out of 29. Then is that going to get him to the end of the race? Then well, he might have to nurse those tires out, but he might be thinking about that. Green and Clarkey has stayed out. I think I've also seen another car stayed out. Markey has stayed out as well, and he's now in front of these medium starters. Now this is going to get very interesting indeed, isn't it? Wouter has gone onto the medium tires here, but I feel that he's going to have to stop again. Boxtel is elected the rather keep track position here. There's problems then for Mr. Ali. He's had to change his nose cone here. I wonder if the crew didn't do it last time out, and he's had to have an extra pit stop here for Mr. Ali. But now he's trundling down the pit stop. Luckily, it's under a safety car, but I think that Mr. Ali may not want to be on those medium tires. I wonder if he'll want to go back in the pits and go onto the hards until the end of this race then as well. And Chaz is saying, I always bid every time I qualify, I dropped that. So saying, and it's because you don't join the chat. I know the feeling. Oh wait, I'll never qualify higher up. Serious Mushroom is saying that. That is unfortunate. Yeah, the game as just watching. Serious Mushroom saying it's not your fault, Chaz. It's the game. The game's the game. As well. I don't think it's the most popular Formula 1 game, is it, to be fair? There's been a lot of grumblings about this Formula 1 game, hasn't there? It'd be interesting to hear what drivers' thoughts are. I don't think it's as good as 2021 in my opinion. But then again, I'm not a racer, am I? I just sit on my old throne here and just talk like a man who hasn't got a care in the world. But I don't enjoy this game as much as 2021, but having said that, I've completed one season of my career already then, so make of that what you will. Maybe I'm just a bit of a hypocrite there. Let's take stock. We're on lap 8 out of 29 here, about 21 laps to go. The top 4 have not stopped then, so Boxtel, Clarkey, Green and Markey, all on 7-lap old hard tyres. New hard tyres for Troy, Percy and German. Wouter is gone medium here. I think he's going to have to stop again then, Wouter is potentially. Wesley and Liam have stopped. Tango has stopped as well, and Gamer has, and Alhan. And they're all on the hard tyres. Mr. Elite is trying to catch up behind the Crocodile. He's on the medium tyres, Mr. Elite is, but he's had to make an extra stop because of some damage to the front wing. We're not sure what happened there. Lost Souls is a ghost at the moment, so don't worry about him. Lack of traction feel is the problem, Serious Mushroom is saying. And I think, yeah, because there are a lot more spinners on this game, isn't it? Of course, a lot of the cars have lost a lot of downforce now. A lot of it is generated from the bottom of the car with the ground effect then. And me always getting the Haas as well. I think the Serious Mushroom is an honourable member now of the Haas team, isn't he? An honorary member, I should probably say, of the Haas team. They've probably got his picture on the wall for Employee of the Month. Lap 8 then, ALR 29 here. We'll be going green, I think, at the end of this one there. We did expect safety cars. This is the first one that this may have caught out the hard starters here, potentially, but we'll find out because I'm just counting my chickens well before they hatch. The burnt Mylander is now going to zoom off into the distance. There he goes. I will be back green in just a jiffy. Back on board Boxstar. He has won. He of course in ALR/HD. He's only won one race at HD of season 7 anyway. Because of course, he might have won more races in. I think he did win more races in season 2, didn't he? But anyway, nonetheless, he has only won one race then in ALR in the ALR HD world then anyway. Because oh, and who's that? Clarky has spun the car, and that is not good at all for Clarky, and he may have to, and now we're green, and I'm wondering then if he's going to be told to, if the driver's going to be told to let him through them, but that, whatever the case may be, has just allowed then as Clarky has dropped down to 8th position here. Now it's really cost him majorly here, but green is second now then. Third position is Marky. We've got Troy in 4th position. There is Troy, and all over the back of the McLaren here. Clarky has not been asked to jump up positions. Mr. Lee is lunged up the inside of Alhan, has he? He has indeed, because he's got past Alhan. I want to drop down the order. Troy is now up the inside of Marky. Oh, it's that contact there between Marky and Troy, but whatever the case may be, Percy is now involved as well. Percy's having a look there. Troy's on the outside. He's got to back out there, isn't he? Because that was going to be a crash. And who's that there? That's Rooter all over the back of Gurman. Gurman's trying to defend for all he's worth here. And now look at this. This Marky has lost 2 seconds in this track car here. He's on the outside. He's going to have to use all his Earth deployment here. Troy is also involved as well. Look at this, and it's wheel to wheel as they go up into turn 9 and 10. This is going to be a humongous accident. And on board with Percy again. Oh my goodness me, where are they? Oh my gosh, there's contact, the championship leader, and Marky escapes across and Troy, and there's all more spinners as well as Wooters come off the circuit. And I'm thinking, did Gurman go into the back of Troy? I'm not too sure, but goodness gracious me. Oh, and I'm wondering if Percy should have maybe backed off potentially there, maybe, but Rooter down in 13th position there. Percy down into 50th position, and Boxall's going to be grinning from ear to ear as his nearest championship rivals are these nearest rivals in this Grand Prix certainly are having a bit of an issue on this opening start there. Percy down in 50th position. He's going to be furious at that then, as Rooter also, I think he reacted to the issues that was going on in front of him, and Troy then is going to have to fend off Gurman. Gurman's got a very quick motor car here tonight, hasn't he? He's absolutely flying, and we're on board with him now. And Gurman, is he going to have a lunge up the inside into the Brundle turn? Not quite. It has been widened this year, but it's not wide enough for Gurman's Ferrari at this moment then. A serious pressure. I knew it then badly. Yeah, they was all very close, weren't they? Wooter's got back past Alham now in the back shot there. So green then is going to be very happy with this, isn't he? Look at he's out of shot now, isn't he? He's out of frame here, green is. Whilst Marky's been defended for third position here, and now here comes Troy, and now this time then of course there was 2 or 3 of them involved in that in this skirmish last time, but this time Troy then, and I think that Troy is definitely thinking about the points here, wasn't he? And he is now through. Then can Gurman get past as well? And he needs to get past quickly here. Though he's now the beats in the McLaren sandwich. He needs to get past here quickly, of course, because as Rooter's now got past Mr. Elite and back up to 11th position. He got to get past quickly here because otherwise Troy's just going to be off into the distance. Having a look on the inside. Then one of he's just trying to annoy Marky here rather than anything else. Mr. Lee's got a 3-second time penalty for his troubles on lap 11 there, and Alhan and Percy are also going side by side as well, and I think that Percy, Percy has won that battle, has he? He has indeed that. Marky's got a 3-second penalty. We missed that because we was watching what was going on down here. But now Alhan is down into 40th position. Just looking at the back here. Gurman now all over the back of Marky, but he hasn't made a stick. I thought he might have had a chance down into turn 1 there, but he hasn't yet, has he then? So I think the DRS there from Troy's car has really helped Marky keep that position there. The gap at the front is now 3 seconds there. We'll keep an eye on that then, as Boxtel does still have to pit. These drivers end up pitted under that first safety car. Did not not need to pit, did they? German now is Tango's got a 3-second penalty as well. German is now all over the back of Markey, and look at this, and then just on board now with German, and he's using all his deployment. He hasn't got much deployment. Yes, looking at that steering wheel. We'll take a look at the graphic in a minute, and now he's on the outside, but he has not done the same trick though as what Troy did there. But look at this, he's all over the back now. Clark's got a 3-second penalty as well. The penalty starts to really reel in here. German on the outside takes the McLaren up to full position. Or does he? Markey breaks later, but he just didn't have the tires, the tools for the job, and now he's down into 5th position there. But absolute chaos here in this Australian Grand Prix. Now Percy back up to 12th position. He's come back from 3rd. He is the championship leader. However, Troy is going to take the lead in the championship then, as things stand at the moment there. So Percy's got a lot of laps to try and recover the time that he's lost here. Serious Russian when box style Prince is going to get tasty. It is indeed, isn't it? And look at this, and it's the McLaren of Clarkey who's now getting past Markey. Is Clarkey and Markey? That could just be my worst nightmare. Oh my goodness me! In terms of their names anyway, and look at this, and maybe in terms of Andreas Seidel as well, that they're going side by side here. Goodness gracious me! I thought the McLarens might have been after you, sir, but not on your Nelly. Oh goodness gracious me! As of course they are racing, isn't they? They're racing for points. Well, both on the similar strategy here. Clarkey was in front. He was in 2nd position, I believe, before he dropped it under the safety car just as he was about to get going. It's really cost him, and once again Markey is struggling on this blast down into 9 and 10, the newer part of the circuit here, into 9 and 10, and into 9 and 10 they go. Then Clarkey all over the back then, and this is where German got Markey has lost 2 seconds to German in a lap already. That's why Clarkey wants to get through quickly here up the inside, takes the position then, but Markey is not giving an inch here, is he? But I think Clarkey is going to have the traction and the pace. He does, and he is now back up into 5th position now. Dropping down in 6th is Markey. Who's like that's Wesley in the background. He has spun the car, and then we've got Reuter all over the back of Liam. Yeah, that's contact there, and goodness me, and Liam almost went into the wall, and that was very good reaction, sir. But goodness me, that is not going to help him. Tango, look at this, now we got 3 abreast going into turn 1 here, and goodness me, Reuter's through. Liam and Percy almost spins Liam. Liam almost getting taken out twice there. Goodness heavens, sir. But now Liam is now on the back foot, though, isn't he? Look at this. He's on the inside of Percy hit it. Oh goodness gracious me! And I gotta say, Liam, goodness me, getting absolutely boshed about there. Good heavens, there. Percy is in 12th position after that half spin in that Alpha Tari. Oh my word! Just watching box. I've got the gap at the 3 seconds now. No, I think that I want to go back to this one here because as Percy is still behind Liam. Did he let him by? I'm not sure, but I can't remember what happened, to be honest. That is, I got very much kerfuffled with that. Gamer in 11th position there. Wesley down in 12th position. Troy is up in 2nd position now. Green dropping down to further, and there's German in the background as well. As German's also going to be involved in this battle for the lead. Then, as Sirius said, this is going to get very tasty indeed. Oh goodness gracious me! I love this Grand Prix. It's fantastic, isn't it? But what do you expect here in Australia? Down to 14 cars in this one. Then anyone can still score points in this. So we're only at half distance now. Gap is 4 seconds in between Boxstyle and Troy. Now Boxstyle is going to be quicker. So the question is, can these hard tires get to the end, and can they get to end in a decent state as well? It's got to be the question on my mind here. And look at how much commitment they're using. Mr. Elite has just lost out to Alhan here. Alhan's now got past Mr. Elite himself at the 13th position, and once again Percy very late on the brakes there and giving Liam a nudge, and now he's on the outside. Oh goodness gracious me, he's on the curb there. Somehow he keeps it in the right direction, and Percy back past Liam. Oh my word. That Haas is not looking too good on the old rear there, is it? As that rear end was really wanting to step out, didn't it? And goodness gracious me, absolutely action-packed in the midfield then. As there is some very much argy-bargy going on there. Of course, Farf is not Farf, the admin of Golf, that is gone Christmas. I think he's just looking at the lights here tonight, isn't he? Farf is, and I hope he's enjoying those Christmas lights as well. But I think he'll be watching and keeping an eye on what's going on here. As it is getting very, very close here now, and Look at this, and a Tango, and oh, Tango and Percy, it takes 2 to tango, but you don't want to tangle in turn 11. My word. And now he's on the outside again. Let's get rid of those graphics on the inside. No dice at the moment then. So he's now going to tuck it up and under then. Yellow flag. Mr. Lee has spun the car at the it's a safety car. A very unusual safety car then, because I don't know, and Mr. Elite has lost the whole of the wing there, so it's a safety car here. And now this is going to bunch up the gap. Now what are the drivers going to do? Because this safety car is, I think, playing into the hands of is playing into hands now of Boxtel, I'm sure it is, and this is going to get very interesting. And Los Solos has come to the pits, albeit he's not in the race. And out of the pits now comes Mr. Elite. That's Serious Musher. Sorry, Farf is watching, but he's on his way home now. Oh, goodness me. Some drivers won't be worried about that then. McMuffin, if you got the PS5 version, you have to. By the way, good shout, a massive shout out to Fudge McMuffin for what it's worth, which is probably a lot from us, McMuffin, if I can say your name anyway. Hats off to you, my good man. There is Fudge McMuffin was bought the game on PC, and he's a very quick driver indeed. But I think he's gone out and he's bought the PlayStation 5 version just to well, maybe to race with other leagues as well, but certainly to race in the 100% league, and that is absolutely. That's wonderful. That is absolutely really good to hear. That words I can't even express, like like how grateful we are for that. I do struggle with words. Why am I commentating? I don't know, to be honest. Into the pits there on medium tires on lap 15. Then interesting stuff, man. So for Boxtel was not really that interesting because we all knew they were going to be on the medium tires, didn't we? Gurman has stayed out. So Gurman has stayed out here, and Tango has stayed out as well. But I think that Gurman would have liked more drivers to probably stay out. Liam has stayed out as well. Vesey, Troy has gone to the medium tires, and Sam also medium as well. But it's a golden opportunity for any drivers that aren't coming in the pits and to make a free pit stop here. But Gurman is going to be on the back foot now. Serious Russian, yeah, Fudge, good addition to the league. Thanks. See, Serious Russian absolutely nailed it in one sentence. And there is me, like, made out like I was writing like an essay, which has to be like 2,000 words or something like that, which I don't even know if they do that in colleges and schools now. I remember that I think 5,000 words was the most I was doing this. Once it was absolutely killer. And you had to like extend every word as well. And that was back in the day of pen and paper as well, where you had to count your words. Oh, heavens above. Right, lap 16, oh gosh, I'm showing my age then. Lap 16, Gurman leads, but he has not stopped on this time around then. Boxtel has stopped, he's on medium tires. So medium tires going to get to the end is now my question. Tango and Liam, yeah, and Wesley did not stop. They're on the hard tires, same with Gurman. Troy did stop. Alhan has not stopped either. Then we got all the pitters that started on the medium tires then, which was the hard tires, I should say. Which was Sam Green, which is Clarky, Rooter, Percy, Marky, Gamer. And Mr. Elite down in 15th position now. He's back on the hard tyres, of course. And it's what I've been saying, and it's a well, we're in league, always has a full lobby and provides great racing, everything I'm looking for, or near enough a full lobby anyway. Well, yeah, today we didn't have a full lobby. We did have a full lobby up until about, wasn't an hour. I must admit, I didn't really keep an eye on who dropped out where and all that kind of stuff. But Wesley now comes into the pits at a lot later, which means he's going to cost himself valuable track position here. So he's in the pits now, but unfortunately that might be a day late and $1 short perhaps here. So he's really lost a lot of track, but maybe that was an intentional thing for Wesley, because he may be concerned about the tyre life of the medium tyres. And yes, we are beyond the safety car, and it extends the stint ever so slightly. Interesting stuff here, and of course the longest stint a medium tyre can stay is about 6, 7, 8 laps potentially. Yeah, we almost had a full. We had a full lobby right up until an hour before the start of the race. There's a lot of people dropped out for some reason. Maybe they were still emotional about Vettel's last race, or maybe they was just interested in the World Cup. However, I would say that the World Cup probably finished about an hour and a half before we even got there. Serious Russia, if you beat me, Fudge, you can go take a run and. Of course, I think McMuffin got 5th in the 100% league race on Wednesday night. I must say, hats off to Nosy, by the way, for gold tail on the 100% league race. I must say, I was lagging towards you now. Oh, goodness gracious me. But it was but I think good job that we had such a great race there. But we always have great races in 100%, don't we? A good race in Brazil and a great race in Abu Dhabi as well. So yes, it's very much still on your still on the edge of your seat there. Judge Mushroom is loving a look at the Aston Martin or the Ford Puma, which is what Bert Mylander's driving. We're watching German, who is driving the Ferrari. Let's see where he can go from here on in then. Whilst we're just in a bit of a lull, penalty situation like this, Tango 6 seconds, 3 seconds for Clarkey, 3 seconds for Markey, 3 seconds for Gamer, 3 seconds for Mr. Elite. So those drivers will have those penalties added on until the at the end of the race. So you cannot serve those under the in the pit box or anything like that. That is the time that you're going to be stuck with. No spinners this time around. We're back racing now. So Gurman has dropped the hammer, and now of course Boxtel and Gurman have absolutely nailed this start because Tango is being completely left in the dust here as Boxtel's having a look going down into turn 1 now. We've also got Green who's on the inside of Alhan now, and that's great manoeuvre then. And what if Alhan there just was called more like after you, sir? Boxtel is all over the back here of Gurman. He's having a look and he's biting. He's on the pressure. Tires are. He's got more purchase. He will have more purchase. Then Gurman is. Oh goodness me! There's going to be a strong arm there, and Gurman there, who's not given an inch of the track of them 7 now. But Boxtel takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Reuter's got past, and Liam Yes also stuck past Tango as well. As Tango's lost 2 positions there, hasn't he? There, but Boxtel takes the lead on the medium tires. I think the medium tires should get to the end from here, to be honest. Anyone who's on the medium tires is going to be grinning from here to here. Sam Green is racing Tango here. Goodness me, we've seen what happened last time these guys were racing around here. And now we got Tango who's forcing Green and almost to the edge of the circuit. But he's going to do the old switcheroo now. Is he there? Look at this right underneath the rear wing now. Oh, and I think he got misjudged there. Troy is up into third position. He's back on the podium. And Clarkey up the on the outside. That's going to be contact. There is contact. Troy. Tango has been spun around there. And we got Reuter who is now trying to. Oh, and the Green has been forced off. Percy up into 7th position there. Oh my word, there. Gamer is also past us. I think that Alhan is struggling on these old hard tyres here. Oh goodness gracious me, another action-packed start then to the race. Tango is in the pits. Boxtel leads and he's coming up to his 2nd lead already from Gurman with Troy in 3rd position. Liam Yer, who's now got the very fast Clarkey in 5th position there. Clarkey of course is on the medium tyre, like the drivers in front apart from Gurman. The question is though, are those medium tyres going to get to the end from here? They should be able to get to the end from here, shouldn't they? But it is going to be very, very I'm not sure if it's going to be close or not. That's what I love about strategy. I have no idea. Mr. Elite is off the circuit, and of course, he's okay. I think that's a long shot. Has he lost his end plate? I think he has. He has. Oh no! And that is a big blow indeed. Mr. Elite's also got a 3-second penalty as well. I think that's frustration there from Mr. Elite, and what a shame indeed. There on board now with Mr. Clarkey, I should say, then, who is all over the back of Liam. Yeah, Liam. Yeah, then he's not going to wave him through though, is he? But he's defending the inside, so Clarkey's going to go on the outside. So much later. That is just how much grip and performance he's got. That contact there. And Liam, and who is that? Percy almost spinning the corner. And in the background there, and I think Reuter's got past it up in 5th position as he is back in the action as well. Percy is just somehow kept in front of Sam Green here. But that car was looking very skittish indeed, wasn't it? Goodness gracious me. Boxtel set no fast on the race, but Troy is now on the hunt as well. There at the top 3. We got Haas, Ferrari, AlphaTauri. Then we got Clarkey, followed by Reuter, followed by Liam. Yeah, then here comes Percy in 7th position now. Percy at the moment there is on the back foot. He's going to be losing the championship lead. We're only in round 3 of course then, but every point will count, I'm sure of it. And Reuter then, who is also no reserve as well, in a 5th position there in the Red Bull. 10 laps ago. Clarkey's gone wide then. I think he was probably driving on his mirror slightly. Percy in the background now. Having a look is Percy, who is feel that he is getting a bit desperate now as he can see this race slipping away ever so slightly. He is on the medium tires, of course, but he is looking at the action in front of him and seeing them all disappear. And I think that's what Percy's concerned by. Reuter now is going to have a look on the inside here. I don't think he's going to. It never ends well around 9 and 10, of course. Reuter's lost a lot of momentum now, hasn't he? And here comes Aston Martin against Lucas Percy. Also having a look, he's in the facility, but I think he's too far back at this moment. He is too far back at the moment, but he's pushing Liam around at turn 14. And Wesley's got past Alhan. Alhan down in 12th position now. He hasn't got the tools for the job, unfortunately. Alhan hasn't at this moment. Goodness me, I can't say Percy pushing. And look at that, you can see that German's lost on there. German's doing all right on these hard tires, isn't he? But he is now on the slower tire. And here's Percy, he is through up into 6th position, passes Liam Yeh, who's down in 7th. Remember that Liam Yeh has had a very measured approach in so far in the opening 2 races here in ALR, hasn't he? If I'm not mistaken. Well, he only got points in Bahrain, didn't he? But he had a great drive in Saudi Arabia just over a week ago. But even in Bahrain, I think he was just involved in some shenanigans, which was not his own make, I would say. But Sam Green, who is doing a great job in the Alfa Romeo, isn't he? Doing an absolutely stand-up job then, Sam Green is in this Alfa Romeo. Good stuff indeed there. I'm liking this man's tenacity here tonight. Magnificent. German is lost out to Troy. German there, he's out of deployment as well, isn't he? You can see on that steering wheel that he is struggling there. He's lost 6. Look at that, he's got 6% left. Then that is why he's going to be struggling there. Wouter still hasn't got past Clarkey yet. Then but they are on the same tyre here. But now Wouter gets past. It felt like he would have been past 2 laps ago. But Clarkey defending absolutely spectacularly well. Mr. Elite's having a nightmare race, unfortunately, as he is spun in the car park, and he has lost more time, as he's down in 15th position now, hoping for a safety car later on. But I think that, I think he'd be hoping for a miracle at this stage. But there is a lot of drivers quite close behind Liam Yeh at this moment in time. Percy set the fast out of the race, ways in clear out. He is one of the quickest drivers on the circuit, but he has had a lot of traffic in this race over the first 22 laps or so, as we're coming into the twilight of this Australian Grand Prix now. Remember, it's a lovely quick plug, I reckon. Silver tomorrow night, 7:30 UK time, and bronze on Tuesday night, 7:30 UK time. And then, of course, Wednesday is 100% league as well. So good stuff indeed. Brave, nice pass on the grass there. It was indeed, wasn't it? I was getting a bit twitchy there, wasn't I? But goodness me, that's why I'm not a driver, and that's why these drivers are. Tango's got no penalty. I think he's up to 9 seconds now. Unfortunately, yellow flag in sector 1, and Tango has had a trip across the grass in sector 1. Unfortunately, then. So then Troy has got Foxhound's got a 2-second buffer between himself and Troy in 2nd position. German in 3rd. Wouter's in 4th position. That's German's going to be turning his attention now to Wouter. I think then Clarkey is being dragged along. Percy is now also in the facility as well. Percy is doing a very good recovery drive now. Green in 8th position with Markey in 9th and 10th position is Game. We'll take a look at the so Mr. Lee is out of the race then. It's the same place before then, and it's a yellow flag, and it's a safety car again, you know. And it is a safety car again. Goodness gracious me, another twist in the tail here. So is someone going to throw on the soft tyres here? And maybe this is Tango's reprieve, but Mr. Elite has been struggling, hasn't he? And I feel that it was going down into turn 5 because he has had issues again down there. So this is going to get very interesting now then. What do the drivers do then? And I'm wondering then if the field is quite close together. So if you pit in the pit, like German, if you pit now, you will lose umpteen amount of positions. Alhan has timed it perfectly. He is going to be a major player, as is Tango in the final stage. But Tango does have 9 seconds of penalties, of course. But this is going to get very interesting. So Bert Molander then is just out, he's just parked out of the exit at turn 2. I'm interested to see what these drivers at the front do then. I wonder if Boxhouse, is he going to give up position and go for maybe the soft tyre? Is Troy going to do the same? Is German going to do the same? And German has been a long time on these hard tyres, and I wonder if they're going to do opposite. So yes, they all stay out then, but German doesn't. He comes into the pits, a drive-through penalty for Tango for speed and under the safety car, unfortunately. Clark in the pits as well. We've got a lot of drivers in the pits here, so this is going to be very interesting in the final stage of the Grand Prix. Marky has stayed out. He had to stay out, I feel, because of his teammate Clark. He would have been given privilege here. Liam, in the pits as well, also on the soft compound tyres. Sam Green, who's had a great race so far, also on soft tyres, and Losso's not in this race set. Oh, but goodness me, so we've got German, Clarky, Liam, Sam Green, Alhan, all on soft tyres. Tango going to be on soft tyres as well if he comes to the pit set. Wesley on the medium tyres, Gamer on the mediums as well. Oh my goodness gracious me, this is going to be very good indeed then with Troy, who of course that deficit he had has been completely Troy, who was about 3-4 seconds back from box out, that's been wiped out now with the safety car. I think will be staying out for at least another lap or two, whilst Tango just comes through the final turn then. They're just now on board with Troy, so this is just an extra bit. This is just an extra bit of added stress in this race. Sometimes they'll get to the end from here. They should get to the end from here. Being now smart by German, he has the pace. He does indeed then, but we have seen though the drivers have struggled to get through the pack then. The likes of Percy, who's had a lot of adventures here tonight, but he's back up into fourth position. Wouter also had issues as well earlier on in this race. So anything can still happen in this race then. But Boxtel, I think, is still in the box seats then, pun intended, until the end with this race then. But I think that Troy will be very happy with second state then, because of course that's two very complete drives, and of course he won last time last week, didn't he, in Saudi Arabia, and second state, and that is exactly what you want for a championship campaign. And Troy, I feel, is ready for it this season, isn't he? I think last season was about was really getting his eye in, wasn't he? Because his first season in gold, he did struggle, didn't he? But then a switch happened, didn't it? A couple of races before the end, and he absolutely outperformed the car he was in. He was magnificent. And then, of course, last season as well, he finished fourth in the World Championship. And this season, I feel Troy is going to be up there then potentially then. But hopefully that is not the commentator's curse. I'm not going to say anything more than that because I'm already sweating profusely. Because if I do put the commentator's curse on Troy, I have a feeling that all his fan club will come and hunt me down. Right, we're about to get going in, hopefully at the end of this lap, is that Alpha Male probably needs a scrub at the end of this one. There's a bit of rallycross then. So we got retirements then. Yard did not take the start. Paraka, Chaz out of the race, crash at turn 14 then. Mumford out of the race then. I think it was a crash at turn 5, wasn't it? Mr. Elite, same crash at turn 5. Tango down in 14th position there. Alhan, who's just pitted, he's in 13th then. 12th position is Sam Green. Fresh soft tyres like Alhan. Fresh tyres for Liam, soft tyres. Lost Souls out of the Grand Prix. Fresh soft tyres for Clarkey and German. The rest are now on medium tyres. They're pitted under the first safety car. Bessie in 7th position. 6th position is Gamer. Markey in 5th. 4th position is Percy, great recovery. 3rd is Wouter, great recovery. 2nd is Troye, and leading the race is Boxtel. Perfect strategy so far for Boxtel. 3-second penalty for Clarkey, 3-second penalty for Gamer and Markey. That is going to be costly, I think, for those drivers, especially with this late safety car, because they're going to have to really put their toe down, aren't they? Safety car is still out at the moment now. I wonder if we're going to do one more lap behind the safety car before it comes in then. If that's the case, then it's just helping the software. Is it helping the software and or is it hindering them? They will have less laps, won't they? You'll have less laps. Safety car is staying out. Thank goodness we afford to be in then. So we're going to go at the end of lap 26, and with 4 laps to go in this race. And this is very much going to hinder the soft runners, I think, in terms of the amount of time they're going to take the amount of time that it's going to take to get through the field, isn't it? I don't think the laps are going to be enough now for German, because he's got to get past Troop Wesley, Gamer, Markey, Percy, Wouter, Troy before he even gets to Boxtel. That is 6 drivers going to overtake them before he even gets to the lead. And goodness me, he's going to have to very much be on his form, isn't he? The former world champion German in the Ferrari. Oh my word there. So, but of course he also knows that German has not scored any points yet either, has he? And if he wants to get his championship underway, he is going to certainly have to really put really be careful, doesn't he? At this moment in time, then, just on board at the moment. I'm having a Troy on the back of my ALR hoodie. It's cheaper than Serious Mushroom. To be honest, that's a good point as well. Of course, I still need to get my ALR merchandise as well. But I think it might be my Christmas presents potentially, as I've been burned in the candle lights of both ends, mainly because I lost my card, and then all of a sudden I've had a lot of the bills come out, which is quite shocking indeed. What isn't shocking is voted for driver of the day, Percy. 75%, German 25% so far. Keep your votes coming in, ladies and gents. I think Percy's driven superbly well, hasn't he? So is German. But let's find out then with just 4 laps to go. Who is going to win the race and who is going to be driving today? Who is going to get past lap and who is going to be in tears at the end of this one? Well, we have got 4 laps to find this one out then. And good stuff indeed, as I should be ready to have my hot cocoa and go to bed before 10 o'clock tonight. I love it. Right. Ready. Bert Marlander has gone. He is in the pits, and that's hopefully that's what we're going to see Bert Marlander for tonight anyway. I do expect to see a lot of Bert Marlander over the next 2 nights then in silver and bronze, as it's a brutal old track. This is very old school, first race here in 1996, a track that I have very fond memories as well. When is Boxall going to go then? He went, then stopped, now he is going, and now we're back racing here in the Australian Grand Prix. But look at Troy, that he is already all over the back of him, isn't he? And Boxall is having to already go defense here. Wooter is not thinking about the slipstream, is he? Because look at this, and Clark is all over the back of German. German there is going. We're going to have a look and see what's happening with German here. German there, who Clark and German are very close to the back of Vesey here. Remember, they're on the soft tires, and there's 3 laps to go. German's flying past Vesey already, and he is through and up into. And Clarkie's having a look there. That's going to be contact. That is contact there. And I think that Clarkie a day late and $1 short. And Liam, has the door has been opened very nicely for Liam. Troy has made a mistake somewhere and has lost a lot of momentum. And then now we got Wooter all over the back as well. Clarkie, who's got back past Liam, as Clarkie is a ghost ball. That's the thing. He's got off the circuit there. And oh dear, and Clarkie, I'm not sure if and he's out of the race. He's retired on circuit there. But I'm not sure if that was a desync or what then, because that was weird, wasn't it? How he was a ghost then, and so I think he just might merge. German's now past Gamer. That was incredible. He's up in the 6th position now. Okay, with 3 laps to go in this Grand Prix. There's a second berth between himself and between Markey and Percy, and they're in the top 4. And that is what German is after here, isn't it? As there in the background there is Liam, all over the back of I think that was Gamer. He was all over the back of, wasn't he? I think that was a long shot. I don't know who he was all over the back of. Clark out the Grand Prix, unfortunately, then. Now into the far turn and back on board with German, and of course, German there, who's on a great drive here tonight, isn't it? It's good to see. I feel like this is the old German, isn't it? Fast on the race, 5th position as well. Sorry, contact between the McLaren and the Ferrari. He didn't give him enough space, did he? I don't think he realised he didn't clear the McLaren as much as what he expected here. And Markey has been caught under the wire here, and now we've got Gamer all over the back of Markey as well. 2 laps to go at this one here. Down to 12 runners and riders and Tango's been got it. Gamer's in the wall. He's got a 3-second penalty as well somehow. And the Aston Martin's not going to be happy with that, is he? And Al Hamobio is on the outskirts of getting some points here. And this one's Sam Green all over the back of Liam. Liam in 7th position there. Sam Green doing a great job. He might be more driver of the day. Oh no! Absolutely incredible end there. And I think I leaned on my mute button there. What an incredible end that was. Boxtow has won the race then with Gurman just about 200ths of a second away in the end there. Oh, absolutely magnificent stuff indeed then. I don't know how long I've been muted for. That's absolutely good, but I'm absolutely saturated now. So it was Boxtow's second Grand Prix win of his career. He has won his first race of the season now. He wins the Australian Grand Prix. Magnificent, absolutely incredible. Percy gets driver of the day in the comment section as well. I'm gonna have to put that mute button somewhere else, don't I? Because I think I've done that twice now. My goodness me! But it's gonna be Boxtow, who is top of the who's gonna be top of the standards as well. Absolutely incredible. Let's take a final look at the classification, shall we, from the Australian Grand Prix. That was ridiculous, wasn't it, to say least? But Boxtow, his second race win of his career in ALR. Of course, he won last season, didn't he? Second position was Troy today. Great battling drive there from Troy. German threw on the soft tires at the end and recovered to third position, but it was 200ths of a second separates himself and Percy. Percy gets fourth, and Liam Mia, great drive in fifth position, and a great day for the Haas team with Cirrus Mushroom instead. Wouter in sixth position there, but he'll be very unhappy. I'm sure that he got his helping hand down in turn 7. Alhan in 8th position, Marky in 9th, Marky in 8th, Green in 9th, and Vesley in 10th position. Lost Souls retired from the race. Gamer in 12th position, and Tango in 13th position there. Retirements was Clarky, Mr. Elite, Mumford, Chazza, and Jar, all retired then from the Australian Grand Prix. And Troy, my goodness gracious me, that was a very confusing race to commentate on. Of course, those two safety cars really threw the strategy into disarray, I'm sure, for all the drivers out there. But talk us about that then. Were you disappointed with the second today, or are you happy with that second?
I don't know, to be honest. I think it's fair, but I think maybe a couple of more laps to me to just settle in, to stay behind him in the DRS, and I think I would have had a bigger chance of getting him. Obviously, only one or two lap with DRS wasn't enough to get Boxtel, and he had a very quick car on the straight as well, so I knew it probably wouldn't be enough. But yeah, I'm still happy since Boxtel is a reserve. I scored the most points out of the full-time drivers, and yeah, that's enough for me, to be honest.
And with those safety cars coming up, Boxtel started on the hard tires and you started on the medium, which I thought was going to be in your favour. But when that second safety car came out, and you had to go through the field, then do you think that's what cost you the win today? Was that second safety car?
Yeah, most likely. If there wouldn't have been a second safety car, it would be pretty similar to the outcome in the Jeddah race as well. So, yeah, obviously it cost me a bit. It didn't favor me either that when Boxtel got out, he got out right in front of like 2 or 3 cars, and then I got out in 6th instead, whilst he was in 2nd, which really wasn't beneficial for me either. But to be fair, it did reset towards the end with that late safety car. This wasn't enough.
And as it stands, I think you've taken the lead in the World Drivers' Championship as well. Then, how does it feel now to go from the hunter to being the hunted? How does that feel?
Man, I don't mind being the hunted in a championship. I really enjoy being the hunter in a race, but in the championship, I don't mind that first place, to be honest. So at the moment, it feels good, man.
Absolutely fantastic stuff well done today, Troy. Brilliant drive as always. And let's come to German, who got a podium today. Then, but German, you look so good in qualifying, but something happened in that final lap there. I was saying that you might have got on pole position, but did you have a tangle with one of the Mercedes?
I just lost the back end after sector 1. I think the race went quite well. I think I had a shot of the win before the second safety car because keeping the gap to Troye, trying to get through traffic. But yeah, that last safety car saved me a bit because I had no choice to stay on hards because I had no another set of mediums, so lucky it come out really.
And do you is that why you didn't pit then? Because all your rivals pitted for another set of medium tires, but you stayed out. Is that because you ran out of tires? Was it, or was that a part of your strategy?
Yeah, I didn't select the two medium sets, so I just had to stay out and just hope for the best really.
And in the end, that safety car did come out there, and you was flying on those soft tires there. It was getting very argy-bargy between yourself and Purse there. It was a bit like Kubica Massa in Fuji a couple of years ago. What was you making of that then? Was you get a bit hot under the collar in the car?
Yeah, well, if he wants to tap me, I'll tap him back. I don't mind. Like, I passed him and then he hit me from behind and I nearly lost it. So I'm gonna get my elbows out if he's doing it to me.
Well, incredible stuff. Well done today, German. Well, I absolutely loved it indeed, even though I did mute myself. Thank you very much, guys. And that's absolutely fantastic there.
Good.
German getting his first points of the season. Troy taking the lead in the Drivers' Championship as well. And of course, Boxstyle getting his second ever Grand Prix win. This is going to be very much hotting up. Then we go to Imola next week. And but of course, tomorrow night we got Silver, and it is going to be another tour around Australia. See you